Hello, people of Facebook. See if anyone hops on here. So yesterday I put up a post that asked the question, what does your breath have to do with your relationship? And I got one response. And so thank you for that one response. But I don't know if the lack of response was because you didn't find the question interesting or because we just don't know. We just don't know the connection between the breath and relationship. And I'm gonna just go with, I believe this is really interesting, really important, and that we need to educate ourselves on it, okay? So, hello, people are popping on. Awesome, hey Lisa. So, yeah, I wanna talk about the quality of the breath as it exists in relationship and actually in close, not necessarily intimate, like sexual intimate, but intimate, like you're going to approach your partner about something. So you're going to be in close proximity. Okay. And hey, Mindy. So, okay. So what does the quality of your breath indicate about your quality of your relationship? Everything. It indicates everything to me. Hey, Shelly. So okay, I want you to imagine something. Imagine, like in your body right now, in your mind and your body, imagine approaching your partner, maybe someone that you're married to or someone that you're just in relationship with. When you imagine physically approaching them, what happens to your breath? And what I want you to notice are the subtleties, okay? And I want you to notice, is there any contraction at all in the breath as you imagine approaching your partner? And I know that there are a lot of yeses out there on that question. It's super important that we notice that contraction, because that little contraction in the breath is actually an indication of contraction across the relationship. It is. So it might be that you are fearful to say something. It might be that you have a contraction pattern in your body in relation to intimate partnership that may have resulted a long time ago from a trauma. And if it's playing out in your relationship, it's actually reducing the amount of connection between you and your partner in communication, in sex, in any kind of intimacy, in whether or not you're on the same page when you're raising your children, okay? So if you imagine approaching a partner that has that catch in their breath, like they're closed down, and you imagine approaching someone who is closed off, what happens in you? When I imagine that, I retreat a little bit. Like if there's not openness when I'm approaching, I am naturally inclined to back off, okay? There's another pattern that's pretty common, that if my partner is closed, this is my fist is the partner that is closed off right now, and I'm approaching, and I have my own anxious pattern where my own breath is catching, I might be thinking, oh shit, why are they closing? And then I might go like way toward, okay? So in either case, you have this polarization, okay? Like this extreme. So when I work with a couple, one of the things that I'm always doing is I'm looking at where's the energy moving and how are people interacting with one another. What I'm asking my clients to do is notice their breath. And if the breath is catching in any way at all, we know that that right there is the space that we need to work in gently, compassionately, in order to bridge connection. I'm not watching what's going on over here. Hey, Aaron. Okay, shallow breathing, holding a still breath. Yeah, okay, so nice. Noticing the breath patterns. One, we don't really live in a culture where we're doing this consciously unless we're making a real point of it, because we live in a very fast-paced world. So what happens when you are participating in that fastness without the consciousness of the breath is that your breath patterns are contracting. So if you are someone who is saying, I'm too damn busy, I don't have time for sex, I don't have time to connect, why don't they leave me alone? How do I, oh, we haven't had a date in so long. Like all of those things, you're actually holding that pattern of contraction in your body that's preventing the improvement in your connection, in your relationship. So I just want to, my mind is kind of jumping to a lot of couples that approach me are saying, you know, should I try therapy or should I try this? It's up to you. I love therapists. I work in conjunction with a few of them. I think where this program is different is that it's like 3 months deep dive, and I'm sort of like all up in your business. Like we're talking about breath patterns and sex habits and, you know, and mindfulness, and it's coaching, right? Rather than just like working on the skills. So if your nervous system is jacked up, you can be working on skills about communication with your partner all damn day, and your nervous system is still preventing you from the actual connection that you are interested in. Okay? So if you are not noticing your breath patterns, noticing what your breath does when you approach your partner and what your partner's breath does when they approach you, if you are not playing in that space, you can work on the skills forever or until your relationship crashes, because you need to involve the nervous system. You need to involve what's going on in the body and how it's impacting your connection. Okay, we got some comments. You're talking about what I studied for 20 years. Awesome. Hey, Erin, thanks so much. Okay, so right. So let me think what else I want to say. Your breath indicates to me when I'm looking at couples, when I'm working with couples, what the breath is doing indicates to me the level of trauma that one person may have experienced. Okay, and so the primary concern would be safety. So I think that here's what I want to plant. I want to plant some seeds. One, I want you to like be with your partner and notice, even if you don't talk to them about it, notice in yourself what does happen in your breath when you are with your partner. And here's the kind of call to action that I want to make today. I am really interested in working with couples who want to stay together. I will help you through conscious separation. So like, I'm not isolating you if that's your case. If you, however, this is like, I want to specifically say this. If you want to stay together and know that you have like important work to do in this world, either you and your partner separately or actually on the same track, but you're noticing that you have like this stuckness that impedes your connection just ever so slightly, but it's so fucking important for you to be able to function and move forward together, and you are resonating with what I just said about breath, I want you to contact me. That's who I want to work with. I want to work with people who are deeply committed, deeply noticing what's going on in their body and how it relates to the connection that they're experiencing in their intimate relationships. Because guess what? This is how you're experiencing your connection to the world, to your work, everything. Like it starts at home. This is what union is really about. This is what soul union is about. So being able to be in the space where your nervous system is regulated together, we need to get couples there in order that you can go on to be amazing Okay. So I want to work with impactful couples. If you are watching this and that resonates for you or someone you know, please forward on. I'm really calling that in right now. Definitely, definitely want to work with people who are like ready, right? So if you are watching this and you are feeling like a yes, excitement, awesome, contact me. If you're like, interesting, keep coming back, but only contact me when you're like, yes, okay? I want to work within that yes with couples who want to evolve. So, thank you for watching. Thanks for coming back. And I really, really look forward to hearing from you. Post in the comments what this video brought up for you. What are you noticing about your breath? If you don't feel comfortable posting it in the comments, fuck yes, send me a private message anytime. I love geeking out on this stuff with you. Like, oh my God, I thought I had an amazing connection, but my breath is actually catching every time I approach my husband. Yes, that's the shit right there. Because when we, I get really excited about this, as you can tell, when we work with releasing that pattern, your heart expands and your connection becomes more and more real, more and more deep, and you fucking change the world together. That's what I'm talking about, okay? So let me know if I can support you. Let me check the comments one more time. We're all good. Okay, thanks, good people, for stopping by. Much love, and I'll be back soon with some more.